Hello, my dear children. Today I will discuss about current electricity part 8. Refrigerator rated 500 watts operates 6 hours per day. What is the cost of the energy to operate it for 30 days at 4.5 rupees per kilowatt hour? Coming to problem. In the problem, they given power 500 watts, hours 6 hours, days 30 days. So they given amount for 1 kilowatt hour is 4.5 rupees. Okay, here the number of units of kilowatt per hour energy consumed by refrigerator in 30 days. Okay, so we can have one formula, that is how we can find that units means for number of units of kilowatt hour is that is equal to total number of watts. Total number of watts into hours divided by 1000. Okay, how many watts is there here? 500 into how many hours? 6 hours in 30 days. 6 hours into 30 days. 6 into 30 divided by 1000. 0 gets cancelled. Okay, 5 6 are into 3. 5 into 6 into 3. 5 into 6 into 3. 90 kilowatt hour. Units is 90 kilowatt hour. So for each unit, the cost of amount is 4.5 rupees. Total amount is number of units into 4.5 rupees. 90 into 4.5, 405 rupees. So the refrigerator consumes the amount is 405. The refrigerator consumes kilowatt hour is 90 kilowatt hour. For each unit 4.5 rupees. So that's why the amount is 405 rupees. Cells in series and in parallel combination. See here, we can take two cells series and we can take two cells parallel. Here right side we can take equivalent resistance diagram. See here, first one is series, second one is parallel. Right side we can take resultant EMF for both. So that is equivalent, we can say. So consider cells in series combination. Two cells we can take E1 and E2. So we know that series connection means negative terminal of the first battery is connected with the positive terminal of the second battery. Okay, two ways we can connect negative and positive, and negative and another one negative. Negative terminal is connected with another negative terminal. In both cases you can get resultant equivalent EMF. Case 1, cells in series combination. So consider two cells, you can arrange series connection. Negative of the first terminal is connected with the positive of the second battery. So we know that EMF E1 and internal resistance is R1. EMF E2, internal resistance of the second cell R2, A. The potential at point A is VA, the potential at B VB, the potential at C VC, VAB is equal to VA minus VB. The potential difference at A minus the potential difference at B. We know that terminal voltage V is equal to E minus I into R. Based on that, we have to find. Okay, we can take V is equal to E minus IR. VAB is equal to E1 minus IR1. Here I is same. In the circuit, current is constant. Potential difference will changes. That is equation 1. VBC is equal to VB minus VC. Then VBC is equal to E2 minus IR2. Equation 2. VAC is equal to VA minus VC. From 1 and 2, VA minus VB plus VB minus VC. From both 1 and 2, we can get VAC is equal to E1 minus IR1 plus E2 minus IR2. Okay, we can separate E1, E2 and R1, R2. VAC is equal to E1 plus E2 minus I into R1 plus R2. Equation 3. We can get that is equation 3. We know that V is equal to E minus IR. VAC is equal to E equivalent minus I into R equivalent. E equivalent is equal to E1 plus E2 plus E3 plus and so on. R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. So equation 4, E equivalent is equal to E1 plus E2. R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2. So from 3, 4, 5 we can write VAC is equal to R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2. If E1 is greater than E2, E1 is greater than E2. So we can get resultant E1 minus E2. E1 minus E2. The difference we can take E1 minus E2. In second case, V is equal to E minus IR. VAB is equal to E1 minus IR1. Okay, here the current passing from negative terminal. That's why you can take E2 is negative. E2 is negative. VBC is equal to minus E1 minus E2 minus I into R2. Equation 2. So that is equation 2. So from 1 and 2 we can get VAC is equal to E1 minus E2 minus I into R1 plus R2. From 1 and 2 we can get VAC is equal to E1 minus E2 minus I into R1 plus R2. That is equation 3. We know that from previous E1 minus E2 will gives the E equivalence, R1 plus R2 will gives the R equivalence. E equivalence is equal to E1 minus E2. We know that R equivalence is equal to R1 plus R2. Cells in parallel combination. So here lead acid type of secondary cells, each of EMF 2 volts and internal resistance 0.015 ohm are joined in series to provide a supply to a resistance of 8.5 ohms. What are the current drawn from the supply? To problem. Okay, here number of cells arranged is 6 number of cells. Okay, N is equal to 6 number of cells which are connected in series. Okay, so each having EMF is 2 volts. Each having EMF is 2 volts. Okay, and external resistance is 8.5. R is equal to 8.5 ohms. Then coming to internal resistance 0.015. Internal resistance it is denoted as 0.015 ohms. Okay, so first we have to find the current passing through the wire. Okay, these 6 cells are arranged in series. Okay, 6 cells are arranged in series, we each having 2 volts. Internal resistance of each cell having 0.015 and external resistance is 8.5. Okay, for this how we can find current? Current I is equal to N E divided by R plus N into small r. Okay, so this is the formula N into E. N 6 into E 2. Each one having EMF 2 volts and external resistance 8.5 plus 6 number of cells into each one having internal resistance 0.015 into 0.015. Okay, so we know that 6 into 2 12 divided by 8.5 plus 6 into 0.015 0.09. Okay, so we can get the value 1.4 ampere. Current flowing through the circuit is 1.4 ampere. Coming to Kirchhoff laws. Okay, see, consider a circuit. Consider a electric circuit. This electric circuit having a single battery or single cell and single resistance and wire. Okay, one electrical component. So in this case we have to find easily the current EMF resistance. Okay, so we can take number of resistances. So R1, R2, R3 and so on, which are arranged series parallel. We have to find the effective or equivalent resistance. Okay, we can get the final solution, whether it is potential difference, whether it is current, whether it is resistance. Okay, so suppose you can have number of cells which are arranged in series parallel having some resistances, then internal resistance. Here in this case also we have to find easily, okay, the equivalent EMF, the equivalent resistance and potential difference. Okay, see, so in the same circuit we can have number of cells and the number of junctions. Junction means the current enters and the current can split into more than two. Okay, so in this type of complicated circuits, okay, to find current and potential difference, we can have Kirchhoff rules. Okay, so coming to Kirchhoff rules. So Kirchhoff rules having two rules, that is first law and second law. Okay, coming to first law. Okay, so coming to Kirchhoff first law, the algebraic sum of the currents meeting at a point in an electric circuit is always zero. Means at the junction, the number of current enter into the junction, the currents which is leaving from the junction. Okay, so consider a point, say it is junction. Okay, the number of currents entering into the junction means I1, I2 are entering, then I3, I4, I5 currents are leaving from the junction. Okay, so the algebraic sum of the current entering into the junction, which is equal to the algebraic sum of the current leaving from the junction, is 0. Okay, so see here, if the current entering into the junction, we can take positive. Entering into the junction, we can take positive. Leaving from the junction, we can take negative. Okay, enter into the junction is positive. Leaving from the junction is negative. So according to that, I1 plus I2 minus I3 minus I4 minus I5 is equal to 0. Okay, so we can send I3, I4, I5 right side. I1 plus I2 is equal to I3 plus I4 plus I5. Okay, so according to junction rule or according to first law, we can write I1 plus I2 is equal to I3 plus I4 plus I4. Okay, see here Kirchhoff first law will give conservation of charge. Means the number of charges entering into the junction per unit time, which is equal to the number of charges leaving from the junction per unit time. To Kirchhoff's second law. So this law also called loop rule. Coming to this Kirchhoff loop rule, the algebraic sum of changes in potential around any closed loop involving resistors and cells in the loop is 0. Okay, so the algebraic sum of changes in potential around any closed loop involving resistors and cells in the loop is 0. Okay, so it is also known as loop rule. Okay, so Kirchhoff's second law will give conservation of energy. Here some sign conventions is there. Okay, so consider a battery. Okay, so we know that battery positive and negative terminals. Okay, suppose we have to measure unknown EMF or unknown resistance or unknown current. We have to take one direction, clockwise or anti-clockwise. Suppose here I will take anti-clockwise direction. Okay, see here the direction is towards the positive terminal. Okay, so that's why here we can take positive value. Suppose it is 10 volts, means we have to take plus 10 volts. Okay, so at the same time, if I will take opposite direction, means clockwise direction. Okay, clockwise direction means so the direction represent towards negative terminal. That's why minus negative it will come. So the EMF is minus 10 volts. Minus 10 volts. Simply, whatever the direction, if it is positive terminal, you have to take positive. If it is negative terminal, you have to take negative value. So coming to another sign convention means second one, if resistor is there, in the resistor the current flows, the current denoted I. So if we have to take the direction along the direction of current, means in this case anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so here the current direction and our assumed direction is same. We can get the negative value, means negative. So minus I into R, In the same direction of current, we can take the direction is opposite to the previous resistor, or current flow is from left to rightwards. So now the assumed direction is clockwise direction. Here the potential will gives. Okay, both are opposite. Our assumed direction and current direction is both are opposite. Here we can get the positive value, means plus IR. Here we can get plus IR. Okay, see, coming to the circuit ABCD loop. Okay, here we can consider one loop ABCD. Resistors R1, R2, R3, R4, R5. The current passing through each resistor I1 and I2, I3, I4, I5. Okay, so here in this circuit we can apply Kirchhoff first rule and second rule. Okay, so we have to apply first rule at the junction. Here junction we have two junctions, A and C. Here two junctions. According to Kirchhoff first law, at junction A, see here I1 entering into the junction, I1 and I3 which are entering into the junction. Okay, I4 current will leaving from the junction. Here I5 at junction C, I5 entering into the junction, I3 and I2 which are leaving from the junction. Okay, so at junction A, I1 plus I3 is equal to I4. At junction C, I5 is equal to I3 plus I2 is equal to I5. So these equations according to junction rule, Kirchhoff junction rule or Kirchhoff first rule or Kirchhoff first law. Coming to loop rule. Okay, so what is the Kirchhoff loop rule? The algebraic sum of changes in potential around any closed loop involving resistors and cells in the loop is 0. In the loop is 0. So consider loop 1. Loop 1 means A, B, C, A. Consider loop 1 A, B, C, A. Okay. So A, B, C, A. Here we can take clockwise direction. Clockwise direction. Okay. Clockwise direction. Now we can start from E2 or E1, whatever. Here we can start from E1. Our direction is towards the negative terminal of the E1. So that's why we can take minus E1. Minus E1. Okay. And here the current direction is opposite. The current direction is opposite. That's why we have to take I2 R2 plus I2 R2. Okay. So and here we can have R3 resistor and I3 current in the same direction. In the same direction means we can get the negative minus I3 R3 minus I3 R3. Here we can have one EMF, that is E2. The direction is towards the positive terminal, means we can get plus E2 plus E2 plus E2. And we can have another resistor R1 and current is I1. So the direction is opposite to the current direction. Here we have to take positive plus I1 R1 is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. According to the law, we have to take like this. Okay, rearrange this. Rearrange this. E2 minus E1. E2 minus E1. This I2 R2, I3 R3, I1 R1. We have to send right side minus I1 R1 minus I2 R2 plus I3 R3. Okay, so this is the equation. Okay, E2 minus E1 is equal to minus I1 R1 minus I2 R2 plus I3 R3. Okay, coming to loop 2. Coming to loop 2. Loop 2 AC DA. Loop 2 AC DA. So here we can take clockwise direction. Now we can start from E2. The direction is towards the negative terminal. That's why we have to take minus E2. Then we can take resistor R5. The current direction is opposite to the assumed direction. That's why we have to take positive plus I5 R5. Then here also R4 resistor is there. I4 current is opposite direction. That's why we have to take positive I4 R4. Okay, is equal to 0. E2 and we can have R3 resistor. Current is opposite to the direction, means clockwise direction, plus I3 R3. Okay, is equal to 0. So rearrange this, or we can send E2 right side. E2 is equal to I3 R3 plus I4 R4 plus I5 R5. Okay, according to loop rule, we have to find these equations.
Find the current in different branches of the electric circuit shown in the figure. Find currents in different branches of the circuit. So in the figure. Okay. So here in this circuit, they given resistances and EMFs, but not given current passing through each resistor. So by using Kirchhoff laws, we have to find the current passing through each resistor. Okay. So coming to Kirchhoff first law, we can apply junction rule. We can apply junction rule. Consider a junction B. Junction B. Junction B. So, according to junction rule, the current entering into the junction, which is equal to the currents leaving from the junction. Here, I entering into the junction B, I3 and I2 currents are leaving from the junction. Okay, so from the junction rule, we can write I1 is equal to I2 plus I3. Okay, I1 plus I3. So coming to loop rule. Coming to loop 1. Loop 1, we have to take AB, E, F, A. Loop AB, E, F, A. Loop AB, E, F, A. Okay. So here we have to start from 4 ohm resistor. Okay. See here the current and clockwise direction is same. That's why you have to take negative minus 4 into I1. Minus 4 into I1. Then here the battery direction is towards the positive. Okay. So here we have to take 4 volts. Here 4 volts battery is there. Okay, same direction, that's why plus 4 volts. Plus 4 volts. Then we have to take 2 ohms in the same direction. Means you can get minus 2 into I1. Minus 2 into I1. Okay, next plus coming to the 2 volts battery, the direction is towards the positive terminal. That's why you can take plus 2 is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. Okay, minus 4 I1, minus 4 I1, minus 6 I1. Okay, plus 4. Here plus 2 plus 6 is equal to 0. Minus 6 I1 plus 6 is equal to 0. 6 I1 is equal to 6. I1 is equal to 1 ampere. 1 ampere. The current passing through loop ABEFA is current I1 is equal to 1 ampere. 1 ampere. Okay. So you can get the current is I1 is equal to 1 ampere. I1 is equal to 1 ampere. Coming to loop 2. Loop 2. BC, DEB, BC, DEB, loop BC, DEB. Okay, so we can start from 2 ohms resistor. 2 ohms resistor, in the 2 ohm resistor, the current is passing through the same direction. That's why we have to take minus 2 into I3. Minus 2 into I3. Here 6 volts battery, the direction is towards the negative terminal. That's why you can take minus 6 and coming to resistor, 4 ohm resistor. 4 ohms resistor. Okay. So the current is in the same direction of the assumed direction. So that's why you have to take minus 4 into I3. Minus 4 into I3. Okay. And here another battery is there. 4 volts battery towards negative. Minus 4 volts. minus 4 volts is equal to 0. Minus 4 is equal to 0. Here, the product of resistance and current will give the potential difference. Okay, minus 2i3 minus 4i3 minus 6i3. Okay, minus 6 minus 4 minus 10 is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. Okay, so 6i3 is equal to 10. I3 is equal to 10 by 6. 10 by 6, 2 3s, 2 5s, 5 by 3 amperes. The current passing through 4 ohm resistor and 2 ohm resistor are the current passing through BCDEB loop is 5 by 3, 5 by 3 amperes, 5 by 3 amperes, 5 by 3 amperes. I3 is equal to 5 by 3 amperes. Okay, so here this 5 by 3 amperes current is passing through the opposite direction of the 6 volts battery. Opposite direction of the 6 volts battery. 6 volts battery. Okay, so I3 value negative. I3 value minus 5 by 3 amperes because I3 direction is opposite to the 6 volts battery. That's why we have to take negative. Okay, negative. So how we can find I1? Okay, from loop 1 we have to get I1 is equal to 1 ampere. Okay, from loop 2 we have to get I3 is equal to minus 5 by 3 ampere. Okay, so how we can find the I2 current? Okay, from the junction rule, so we have to find the I2 value. I1 is equal to I2 plus I3. I2 is equal to I1 minus I3. I2 is equal to I1 1 minus of I3 minus 5 by 3 minus 5 by 3 amperes. Okay, minus plus 1 plus 5 by 3 1 plus 5 by 3. Okay, so 3 ones 8 by 3 3 ones 3 plus 5 8 by 3 amperes. 8 by 3 amperes. Okay, I2 current is 8 by 3 amperes. Okay, from the circuit diagram we have to find the current in each branch. The current I1 is equal to 1 ampere. The current I2 is equal to 8 by 3 amperes. The current I3 is equal to minus 5 by 3 amperes. Here why here we can take negative means the current moves opposite direction of the 6 volts battery.
Okay children, here I am giving you homework. Complete it by tomorrow and submit in our class WhatsApp group. In case of doubts, mail me to venkayamscphysics2007@gmail.com. Coming to homework, state Kirchhoff's rules in electrostatics and explain on what basis they are justified. Second question, derive an expression for the equivalent resistance of combination of cells in series.